The distinction between rational thinking and spiritual thinking. Xiefeng. February 22, 2013. Ignorant people rely on instinct, worldly people rely on personal gain, mortals rely on emotions, wise people rely on rationality, and celestial beings rely on spirituality. A rational thinker thoroughly deliberates on everything, using all the rules and regulations of the real world, along with their knowledge and analysis of personal gains and losses, to decide whether to take action. They summarize experiences, learn lessons, think rationally, deliberate carefully, weigh pros and cons, seek good fortune while avoiding disaster, and take preventive measures. A spiritual thinker acts according to their nature, responding to circumstances and destiny spontaneously. They pay attention to their initial feelings and sensory stimuli, making prompt decisions without considering the consequences, success, or personal gain or loss. They do not worry about future necessities like food or clothing. They speak and act as they feel, laying eggs when it's time to lay eggs, crowing when it's time to crow, living when it's time to live, and dying when it's time to die. As for everything else, they follow the guidance of their spirit and the operation of the Tao, without hiding or pretending, being open and upright, without using cunning or deceit, just like a baby. Belief in the greatest creator, trust in cause and effect, and giving one's best effort each day are characteristics of a spiritual thinker. Beware of others, ask a few more questions, be cautious of being deceived, and think thrice before acting, are characteristics of a rational thinker. A true gentleman does not seek blessings, yet heaven guides him to fulfill his true intentions. A cunning person tries to avoid misfortune, yet heaven seizes his soul at the very moment he schemes. Cleverness may overreach itself. The fox knew too much, that's how he lost his tail. When humans make plans, God laughs. No matter how clever or resourceful a person is, they cannot escape the net of heaven and earth. No matter how ingenious or wise, one cannot escape the retribution of cause and effect. Human schemes and calculations cannot alter the workings of the Tao. Everything operates within the Tao. How many of the astronomical combinations of the 64 factors can one truly understand? The way of the sage is to abandon wisdom and cunning. Without abandoning wisdom and cunning, it is difficult to maintain constancy. The ordinary person is clear and bright, while I alone am dull. The ordinary person is perceptive, while I alone am muddled. Misfortune, that is where happiness depends, happiness, that is where misfortune underlies. When you think you are right, you may be wrong, when you think you are wrong, you may be right. Who can know the mysteries within? Being adaptable and carefree, allowing oneself to flow with the Tao, characterizes a spiritual thinker. Thinking things through, being cautious and meticulous, characterizes a rational thinker.